Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to be analyzing an image of what looks like to be a person's desk which has a camera, a pen, some photos, a lamp, a typewriter, and some things in the background. So similar to the previous videos, I'm going to go over the good things and the bad things, or things AI got right and some things that may have not gotten right. So to begin with the good things, we can see that this is a pretty good photo when looking at it without looking into the minor details. You can see how there's a camera, there's some pen, there's some old photos. This looks like a lamp, and I guess this could be a typewriter basically. And it looks like a nostalgic, or not nostalgic, but like an old photo, considering this camera looks quite dated. But besides that, ultimately, that's where the good things end because ultimately there are a lot of issues which can be seen in this photo. With the first thing is we'll go with the camera actually, where you could see how over here some of these it looks like maybe they're buttons or something don't look like they're generated properly with these buttons and the lens looks fine ultimately. Maybe there's it looks like over here there's supposed to be some writing as we've seen in previous videos where whenever AI generates some images when it comes to some text, it doesn't generate them properly. And you can see it looks like it's moving. It looks like it's out of focus basically. Um, and also the next thing would be the pen. You can see how it's kind of bent, and the back looks like it's also a pen, but it looks like it's only at the bottom. The top part's empty or something like that. And once again, this is something that's quite surprising. Is actually when you look at this photo, I'm pretty sure this over here is supposed to be a person, but you can see how the face is just like other videos, as we've seen in other videos, it couldn't generate a person's face in a photo, I guess. And also it looks like the I don't even know if this is sideways, if this is like the correct way to look at it, or I don't even know how to describe that photo if one were to ask me, as well as these other photos. Over here, it looks like it's a person, but again, it doesn't look like it's a person or what that person is even doing. Nevertheless, these photos, which I cannot even tell what they are. And then you have some things over here. I'm not sure what these are exactly, or uh, if they're part of the camera. That they probably are something relating to the camera. I'm not sure. And ultimately, the light looks fine. As I mentioned before, this is the one piece of object in this image that actually looks like what it's supposed to be without major issues. Maybe the inside of the light, it kind of looks odd, but it's not so bad, or it's not as obvious as whenever you look at this pen or whenever you look at these photos. And ultimately over here, I'm not sure what this is. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a typewriter. And once again, if it is supposed to be a typewriter, then you could see how the keys or the keys basically don't look exactly like keys, or and also it doesn't even look like a typewriter. So this might not be a typewriter in general. But this is why we analyze it, because if we as a viewers do not know what's happening, then or do not know what it is, then we could comfortably say that we don't know what this image is. If you were to give this to someone and ask them, what can you make of this photo? The obvious thing is going to be the light and the camera and the pen and these old photos. But once you get into the actual details of it, uh, people obviously the camera is straightforward, the pen and the light as well. But when it comes to this, you don't know what it is or even what these photos are supposed to be. We know they're photos or something of the sort, but they're not clear. And there's some in the background. And again, if I don't know why, but AI keeps messing up when it comes to faces, when it comes to side details or minor details, basically, because one could say that the main focus is one, two, three, and four, and these photos as well, but primarily as just a piece of paper rather than an actual photo trying to show something to us. So ultimately, if you just stand back and you look at this image itself that it generated, it looks nice. It looks like a photo basically, which has a camera, a light, etc. But besides that, as soon as you start looking at it, you see like these things over here, like you don't know what this is. I don't know what these are in the background. The photos, if you look at them, you start realizing like, what are even these photos? One by one, you'll start pinpointing the problems, and you will see that soon that there are more negatives than positives. So I'll leave it at that. If you guys see anything which I did not cover in this video, please leave it in the comment sections below. But until then, I'll see you all in the next one.